right, hello, hello, stargazers. Welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody doing today? Goodness, hello, MG, hello, Void, hello, Sime0, hello, Janu, hello, Stargaze, hello, Catch, hello, Johnny Virgil, hello, Kisakai, hello, Cerulean, hello, Lilith, hello, Daho, hello, Stockler. Hello, 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 Locked Key, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Janu, hello, Sime0, hello, Forelli, hello, White Zangetsu, hello, Vessa, hello, Newbie. Welcome in, hello, Babylon, hello, Not Hitori. Welcome in, everybody. Time for manga? It'll be interesting. I'm still, like, trying to make sure that I understand how to do this, like, on stream correctly. Hang on a sec. I think I forgot to do one thing. There we go. Alright, that's all good. Awesome. We keep a running counter for the Beagle kill count. Oh my gosh. Goodnight stories with Starlight Time. We are gonna start off stream with, doing fashion review, so I'm just letting you know we have 3 fashion reviews, just to do first, because those are leaving the shop today. And I was not aware of that. So we're gonna do that real quick, and then the rest of the stream is gonna be, manga reading. Fashion review time. I hope you guys are alright with that. What the heck? I guess what the heck? Alright, you guys are alright. I guess you guys are okay with that. Alright, sounds good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, any, thing that I needed to go over. I don't think there is. Fashion's your passion. I'm glad that you guys like it. That makes me happy. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm always like, it makes me happy that a lot of you guys are interested in like a variety of different things, you know? That really makes me happy. I still feel like I'm doing a lot of experimentation, both with Arknights and outside of Arknights, and it makes me really happy that you guys are like so open to different things. I wanted to say that. Read on next fashion review. Can't wait for Thursday. Oh my gosh. Well, Thursday is going to be our meme contest review submission day. Having fun with that. Thursday is gonna be all about the memes. If we have time after that, then we could possibly do other fashion review. But Thursday is gonna be a meme day. That's gonna be interesting. I haven't seen anyone's memes yet. This time, they've all been hidden. So I'm curious as to how that's gonna go. Thursday is gonna be busy. Indeed, yeah. Alright. Well, with that being said, we are gonna jump around, change things around. We're gonna start off with fashion, and then we will jump into comic. Got a lot of good memes, I am pleased. Oh, that's good. I remember that people were worried that there weren't as many this time, so I'm glad to hear that. That's good. Alright. We are gonna go... We're gonna switch this one off. We're gonna switch this one on. We're gonna jump here. There we go. Everyone was just taking their time to cook. Awesome. I'm very glad to hear it. Alright. Go. Your... Oh. That was making fun of me here. That's okay. Alright. So I know there's 4 in the shop right now. I have been told that, spoiler-wise, I need to skip penance. So I'm going to keep that in mind, okay? I'm just giving you guys the heads up. We are not going to be reviewing penance today. Alright. When fashion review comes to an end, there will be fashion review 2 with furniture. Fashion review I at least know with character design. I don't know too much about furniture. Alright. Let's start off with underflow here. Laminar flow, okay. Okay. First of all, like right off the bat, underflow. I am really enjoying this color scheme. I'm totally not biased with anything prismatic, but a lot of ocean environments tend to have a lot of prismatic feelings going on, a lot of color schemes, so I like how they're playing with this. This is interesting, right off the bat. The vastness of this throne, looks like a throne, kind of, is really interesting. It's very pearlescent. Yeah, indeed. We'll learn Feng Shui. Sounds good. Really cool asymmetry. Yeah, there's a lot of dynamism just in the canvas itself, how it's kind of, like, broken up and shifted in angle towards the viewer. Let's see. Oh, I do like the chibi. I'll try to comment on the chibi after as well. And of course there's an epoch skin because that would make sense why it's so pretty. Alright. So right off the bat, we can see that there's like this stone hand with... Okay, I like the water effects flowing through it. She's sort of sitting on this throne being held by a stone hand, which is interesting. There's a lot of really good play of light and dark here. There is the light of the shell and then the border of it, which is contrasting with the light here, so that we can actually see the detail of the shell's shape. There's sort of this mid-tone going around the throne, the rocky part of the throne area. It's doing a very nice, like, mid-tone, darker tone to sort of separate it, and then a lighter tone. And then, even though her hair is like a gray-white, we can still see it against this white because of the variation in line art. And then even with these pieces, which I don't really know what these are are just kind of like nice accent pieces that help sort of ground everything. Just even within this area where it is like lots of light dark just within this singular object. Oh, and I can see that they're also using some of the gradient maps here with all these different colors. This actually could be texture work. This might be a little bit of photo bashing texture. Harp Coral Shield, is that what this is? That's crazy. This is, okay, I see the harp portion of it. And it's also it's a harp that's also a shield. That's really nice. That's a cool design. We've got nice sun motifs here. And also, okay, some columns. Gives kind of an Atlantis vibe. Yeah, the columns and the stone structure and the throne is definitely giving me a little bit of an Atlantis feeling. Old mythologies type of vibe. Also, the sort of warrior outfit. We've got the warrior armor, the helmet here, the metal across. Very asymmetrical. Wow. Really, really asymmetrical. We've got, like, one pauldron here. The neck armor. The headband here. And then it also looks like there's petal. Okay. Yeah, no, there is petals because there's flowers. Interesting. Okay, we have the feeling of royalty. This actually kind of reminds me in a way of Neural's skin. We're getting this sort of warrior royalty feeling with the banner, the emblems, the ribbons flowing through here. This is definitely giving me Neural vibes. Very good asymmetrical armor, yeah. It gives an Athene feeling? Yeah, absolutely. I do really like the play of color here, using the... It's mainly... This is, like, mainly grayscale. And then this is, like, overlays of rainbows, overlays of prismatic, overlays of glitter. And then you have this very, very, very saturated, vibrant blue ribbon going throughout, and it creates a very good, strong accent piece. What are your thoughts on only having one greave and then a bare leg? It's not my ideal because my ideal personally is symmetrical design. But I guess this is like the dress is asymmetrical to begin with. It's probably one of those side splitting dresses. So it's not my personal favorite to have something that asymmetrical. But it doesn't look bad in sense of the illustration. It's actually very balanced in the illustration itself. It's just not my personal preference for character design, but illustration-wise, it's actually fairly elegant. I wouldn't want this as, I wouldn't want to, like, draw this as a constant character design. I think that your armor should probably be mirrored, to protect both sides, but I can see it on the illustration itself. It works. This is a very good, like, overall, it's a very good painting, right? It's doing a lot with lots of light and dark. Notice that there's not a single element here that is pure black, though. Remember how I'm always saying, oh, I need it to be darker, 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 darker? They're not doing that here. And by not adding pure black, actually adding purple in a lot of cases, a lot of this shadow is actually purple. It creates a very soft feeling that does give that sort of Aegir water feeling, which is interesting. Yeah, this is one of those things where, like, against a light object, it feels really dark, but if you were to put it against a dark object, this would probably seem like a maroon, like a light maroon. And again, we're doing a lot of photo bashing and overlay and texture work here. This could have been like a photo of like water on a window that they took and processed in as a texture. Lots of graphic elements, which is interesting too. There's a lot of photo bashing going on. There's a lot of photo bashing going on with the textures here. A lot of this does not look hand-painted to me. Some of it's hand-painted, but other parts definitely seem like they are sort of, retrofitted in. Is she in a hand? It does look like that. Yeah, it does look like a stone statue of some sort. So we've got like this stone statue, and then the royalty throne feeling, and then the Greek or Roman columns. I forget how to tell the difference between the different column types. What is there? There's like Ionic, Corinthian. I used to know those. I forget now. But it's a really nice balanced piece, I think. And overall, rendering-wise, very, very good. It's like, it's just detailed enough to that when it's, when you zoom out, it looks like a very full, rendered, clean, finished piece. But when you zoom in, a lot of it is actually pretty dang rough. A lot of the detail is, like, they're not spending a crazy amount of time with the perfectionism of the detail. It's kind of like what we did when we did the Mizuki piece, right? Like, a lot of the bottom area of the dress and the outfit is very quickly done. Getting the right idea, obviously a lot more effort and time was taken into the armor, but then most of the detail focus is going to be on her face, right? Like, there's a lot of detail in the eyes, for instance. But then when you get to these folds of fabric, it's just kind of like we're getting the rough idea of it. We're not really being super careful with the line art. So it's an interesting balance, I think. Swirl in the column looks Dorian in style. Maybe. I used to know these terms. The masonry is iconic if it has the circular ends. Otherwise, if it has a small capital, it's Doric. Okay. Dorian, Doric. Okay, okay. I used to know the visuals by the name, and I don't remember. Neuro reminds me of Radiant Sunshine, while Underflows reminds me of Lambent Underwater, like when you're scuba diving / snorkeling alongside the coral reefs and the lighting. Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely see that. I love the soft play of color just thrown in everywhere. Like, even just these petals adds a lot. Because the petals are repeating in the graphics, they're repeating in the really vibrant ribbons here. It's really nice. And of course, in the chibi itself, we notice that those ribbons are sort of that mainstay visual, right? I don't even know what Underflow's main design looks like. But the intense, vibrant, saturated ribbon stands out very well against the silver hair and the white dress work. It is kind of strange to me, and I understand this is just a thing with all Arknights chibis, is that they don't bother flipping it. It's always flipped the wrong way when characters are walking like in the base or something. But I'm kind of surprised how covered up this armored leg looks in the chibi with the cloth in front. When, I mean, I understand why they need the cloth, but it's interesting because the illustration itself makes the armored detail of the leg so prominent. Alright, let's see. Laminar Flow. Clothes Underflow wore to the theater in Aegir. Lightweight armor and a tailored skirt come together to form a balance between comfort and defense. Interesting. Alright. She normally has a more muted color scheme, so this is probably a good skin design for her then. Alright. Next up, we have Gladia. Alright. Okay, this is very interesting. Gladia always seems to get like the best skin designs. There's a lot happening here. There's a lot of different color variation. I also remember that Gladia in previous skins had the intense like red and white. So they're repeating that here, which is interesting. Tricodia, is that you in the back? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see here. I can't quite make sense of this full thing, so let's see. Alright. Oh, is it not even gonna... It's so big I can't even see the whole piece here. Huh. This is interesting. I don't know if this is a... I don't think that this is a spoiler skin, because we were told it's okay to see, but like... This wouldn't be Originium, right? That wouldn't make any sense. It is kind of strange how it's, like, very perilous looking. We've also got the coral here. Probably some kind of undersea crystal. Okay. It looked kind of dark enough, and I was questioning it, but that also wouldn't seem like it would make sense. So, okay. I guess this is sort of on the shore, right? We've got coral here. Yeah, the spikes are making it kind of hard to see the actual design. It's interesting. My head is kind of twisting and turning, trying to make sense of the layout here, and where we are, and what everything is. I can make out the coral, I can make out what I guess, okay, undersea crystals, let's go with that. This lamp that looks like it's kind of falling into the ocean. Candles? Candles is an interesting combination. Oh, is that the back of a ship? Wait, is this on a ship? Oh, are we on a ship? Okay, I guess this is supposed to be part of the ship, isn't it? Because now I'm seeing the ship sails. Alright, this is like captain's quarters. It looks like captain's quarters of a ship. Interesting. Alright. And for anyone who sees this on YouTube later, I don't know anything about the Aegir, so please do not tell me any details about these characters. But this is interesting. Okay. So we're on a ship. I can't make out this painting. This almost looks like Hornet from Silk Song, but I know that's not right. I'm just looking at like the visual shape that I can see here. Yeah, I can't really make out the rest of the painting. There's somebody here, I just don't know what it is. Lots of spikes, lots of thorns. Lots of thorns, actually. Wow, okay. Huge amount of thorns, huge amount of spikes. I'm surprised. I feel like this would hurt. Like, this is so easy to accidentally stab yourself with. That is a lot of spikes and thorns. And it looks like she's holding jewels of some sort. Okay. She can passively heal herself. Okay, there you go. It doesn't look like she's wearing a shirt, but you can see the collar at her neck. It's weird. Vessa, that could actually be a fashion statement where people just wear the collar. That is also a thing that it could potentially be. I guess we'll have to see the chibi. I guess we'll have to see what the chibi does. But it might be, like, just wearing the collar. Alright, so we have the curtain scene. This is such a, like, I can see the character because it's cool colors against very, very, very warm colors. So I don't have a problem seeing the operator themselves. However, I am having a hard time making out how the whole environment works, especially with like the giant crystal going across her. There's flowers, there's thorns, there's candles, there's crystals here, there's treasure, there's, I guess those are tentacles. There's a ton of different things going on, and it actually is getting it's kind of hard to read. It's a little hard to read here. The background of pure red is kind of doing everything. Like, this red background is really holding up the rest of the piece. Imagine trying to put those thorns on alongside stockings. God, the waste. Oh, that's a very good point, yeah. True Master, is that your curtain? It's so, there's so many different, like, little details, which is nice, but then each little detail is something completely different, right? The candles, the flowers, the thorns, the crystals, the gold, the bookcases, the painting, there's just a lot going on here. But that red background is kind of pulling all the weight to not make this extremely hard to see. This red background is doing so much heavy lifting. And I do like how the undersole of her shoe that you can see here is doing a good job reflecting the background, as well as these ribbons that are kind of going across this crystal. I feel like the thorns could be really interesting art piece IRL. Oh, you mean like the fact that they're probably like metallic? They're probably like, I don't think they're real thorns. I think they're like, well, maybe they are. These ones feel like they're jewelry. The color doesn't, maybe it's a mix. Maybe these ones are metal and these ones are real. Kind of hard to tell. Some feel like they'd have a flat side. Yeah, I think these thorns might be real because they're more splayed out. And then these ones look like they're metal decoration pieces. But again, it's kind of hard to tell. This is definitely a very interesting outfit. I'm not really gonna comment too much on it. because I don't really know how to talk about this. I do like the face design here. I am kind of wondering what she's holding. It's a little unclear. It just sort of, I guess it's jewelry. This definitely isn't jewelry, but I can't really make out what it is. And probably not supposed to know, but that's okay. The mask is definitely an interesting piece. Overall, I think it's a good illustration. There's just too many different things going on to sort of parse it correctly, if that makes sense. It's a lot more open than I thought. Yeah, it's a lot more, it's pretty open. I do like the color scheme though. The red and the blue, which I'm kind of, the red, blue, and the white, which I'm kind of understanding as her color scheme, is doing a lot of really good work. I do like the idea that we're sort of seeing the inside of a ship. I think that's actually really clever, that you could tell because of the sails. But there's so many different elements that I kind of don't... If you asked me to, like, say what the symbolism or the purpose of it is, I couldn't really tell you because there's too many different types. There's too many elements. But overall, it's a very well-drawn piece. I like the angle work. I like the composition. Just a few too many elements. All right. And I can't tell at all in the chibi. I still think she's just wearing the collar. All right. I am the tides, an outfit Gladia often wears. With the tides, she comes and goes freely between land and sea. The hunter is at ease, for the hunter is the tide. All right, then. Having met her character, I think all the components of the piece fit Gladia very well. That's the thing, right? Like, I don't know anything about the Aegir yet. I will at some point, so no spoiler. So maybe all of these are extremely symbolic and extremely fitting. It just feels like for the environment that they're in, that it's just a little bit too overcrowded per fashion piece, I suppose. But maybe everything is very symbolically fitting. That could entirely be true. From a non-story perspective, from someone who's just looking at it from an art perspective, it's just for one singular outfit, I think they're trying to combine too many things at once. Maybe there's a very good reason for it. I don't really know. Overall, though, it's a very well-drawn piece. All right, let's see if we can successfully skip to our next one here. Okay. Melanites. All right. All right, all the Epoch skins I always really like. These are very, very nice. Okay, this has a completely different feeling than the one we just looked at, right? Because this is much, much, much simpler. They're not throwing in character symbols everywhere. This is very clearly more based on the environment that Melnite is in and her actual outfit. Epoch are very pretty. Yeah, I think Epoch are my favorite for that reason. Imagine being one of the 3 people who've used Melanite. I mean, she's pretty. She's pretty. Also, Moonwings, thank you for not actually seriously saying anything. Alright. I think it's a fairly simple composition in shape. But they do some pretty clever things here that I do admire. I do like this red carpet falling off of the composition itself, and we can see the folds of the carpet. I think that's actually a really, really nice touch. I think a lot, like, if I was assigned to do this piece, I probably would have just, like, cut the carpet here on the edge. But the fact that part of the carpet falls off in sort of this, abstract way, I actually really like that. I don't think I would have known to do that. I think I would have just cut it off here, so the fact it continues is really cool. I like how the lights are breaking off the composition, right? Instead of just cutting the lights here and having it be like, oh, they're around there. No, they're built into the composition and they are serving a pretty large shape language to get your attention. The other thing is the fact that the lights are here. Mel Knight's face is here. Because these are the brightest things together, and Mel Knight has the most differentiation in color, especially, you know, purple and yellow against each other. The lighter color with the darker top area does a really good job bringing your eye here, and by extension, bringing your eye to Mel Knight's face because they're so close together. The fact she's also carrying what I think is a mask, like a masquerade mask, is very dark against a background that is very light. So it's doing a really good job with basically just attracting your eye to this general area. I think that is a really good technique. I like how the blue of the flowers here sort of work as a nice anchor point to everything. Because this piece probably would have felt a little bit too empty without the flowers. So the flowers add a really good anchor point, and then the back area here of the curtain is doing a good job as well for this side of the anchor point, kind of just filling the space nicely, kind of making everything flow nicely. There's a lot of good directional movement happening, a lot of good directional movement with the staircase, good directional movement with the perspective, right? Very strong 3-point perspective. This is actually a very elegant piece when you break down the shape language. It's simple, compared to like the one we just saw with everything going on. But from a dynamic perspective and composition point, and sort of a point of visual movement, it's doing a pretty good job. Let's see the actual outfit here. So I don't know what her main... Is she a defender? Or is this holding something? I like the lace effects. Sniper? Okay. That's a railgun? It's a big railgun? Okay. I don't always know the weaponry. Heavy shooter sniper. Okay, gotcha. I like how they have this lighter color here and just kind of gives you the feeling of sequins. Feeling of sequins, feeling of lace. Really wish she was good. Aw. Well, she's pretty at least. She has a tattoo of you on her shoulder? Oh my gosh. Fair enough. The artist modeled the railgun? Like he made the entire thing? Well, like as a 3D thing or as a physical object? That's pretty cool. Lots of butterfly motifs here, which is interesting. Oh, okay, there we go. Is this... There is a tail. Okay. There is a tail. So I'm guessing she is a... Is she a snake? Which I should be able to remember the species name, but I don't. Video, okay. Thank you, okay. I'm like looking for any sort of animal design element here, and I'm like, where is... I'm like, she's definitely not... She doesn't look anything like a dirt, and I'm like, where is your animal? Oh, okay. It's very subtle, it's very hidden. It's interesting. Pointy ears and tail is usually snake. Yeah, that's the thing though, I couldn't find the tail. I was looking for the tail. I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. There we go. The tail has stockings. Oh my gosh, you're right, it does. That's amazing. I only know she's a snake because I've seen her in Snake Knights clear. Fair enough. The translucence on the dress is so nicely done to showcase her skin tone. It is, yeah. You mean like how it's, a little bit of the, transparency here? Yeah, I also really like how the dress itself, it's not just one solid color, it's kind of picking up the light, from the carpet, right? Like, if it's all scrunched together at the bottom, it's because there's more layers to it, so it's gonna be a little thicker. And then to show that it's still transparent, you can see a little bit of the carpet color coming through, which is really cool. And then again, because the railgun is in front, this goes back to being very dark. But it does show a little bit of the skin tone, a little bit of the transparency. It's overall a very elegant outfit. I like that a lot. Also, even though she has, like, a star tattoo here, it's interesting that she also has a forehead tattoo. I like the balance of the flowers. The balance of the flowers, the balance of the lace. It's a nice piece. Overall, I think the outfit is really good. And I think there's, like, just enough here to keep things interesting without being super overwhelming. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Oh. Oh. This is a 3D model. I can tell from the color and the way it's painted. This was 3D modeled first. Which, honestly, completely understandable. This was definitely 3D modeled first. I feel like you'd have to 3D model it that way. Otherwise, this would be very hard to try to figure out on your own. just trying to free draw this by hand. Very understandable to use a 3D model, especially for these dynamic angles. These are hard to draw by hand. Frankly, I need to get better at using 3D models. How do you know it's a 3D model? You can tell by the way it's rendered. You can tell by the style. You can also kind of tell they did a good job trying to paint it away. But you see how it's like not entirely smooth here? And it's not entirely smooth here on the edge. And it's not entirely smooth here. This is where you can sort of see the polygons. You can kind of see the polygons, and you can kind of see the lighting style. Noble Wolf, thank you very much for following. Thank you, thank you. The light is a bit overexposed, yeah. But again, like, you can just kind of tell the way that they rendered it is kind of a key to let you know that this was indeed 3D modeled, which, honestly, no shame at all. Totally fine. Makes sense. Makes sense. Like, you know what? This is well? Yep, this one as well. The table's 3D modeled too. Because you see how there's sort of like this thick outline around the whole table? That tells me that it's a 3D model where they then used an outline tool to sort of give the feeling that it was illustrated. It gives it more of a drawn feeling. But I'm pretty sure that this is a modeled table with paintwork over it. Overall, really nice piece, though. Alright. For the banquet. Melon Knight once attended a banquet hosting people from across the industry. On careful consideration, she chose this gown to hide her true purpose for attending. Oh. Oh, that's intriguing. She chose this gown to hide her true purpose for attending. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, Melon Knight. Very interesting. Thanks for illuminating us on 3D model detection. Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, hello, hello. Alright, keep your secrets. Alright. If you guys are heading out, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We will switch gears here now. And I'm glad that we were able to check these out and review them before they disappear. So if you're interested in grabbing any of these, keep in mind that there's only 1 day left in the shop. So be sure to grab them where you can. I don't think I have any operators for this. I might have melanite, I don't remember. But they're still very pretty. There's a lot that you can learn about this from an artistic point of view, which I really like. Okay. Next thing we are going to do here. 2 days? When it says 1 day left and that passes, it starts counting down by hours. Okay, alright. Well, still. Still. Okay. So we're gonna jump in to our manga next. See if this works here. There we go. And I'm just gonna quickly mute through this, switch over to our base, and get this working here.
I miss those days.
Okay. Thanks, Reed. Alright. Whenever you see something that has a deadline, add 1 day to it. Okay, noted, noted. Okay. Woo! I am going to do my best here, but the next thing that we are going to be doing is we are going to be reading the A1, the Optime A1 manga. Lore time? Alright. Alright, let's see how this goes. Hopefully this is A-okay as it is. Alright. Operation Preparation Detachment A1. And just as a... You can turn off the voice settings of the game? Oh, I know I can, but, I think we're okay. I don't think Reed is gonna talk as long as I'm in the base right now. Should be okay. It's not A-okay, it's A1. Alright. Just as a heads up for people in stream, in chat, when I am doing story reading, I tend to not read chat. So, actually, I should also probably hide the alerts. So that includes, like, if you subscribe or follow or rate or comment, I might not see it when I'm in the middle of reading. I am just letting you know that. Alright. Without further ado, Operations Preparation, Detachment A1. Police cadets, reporting in. Whoosh, whoosh. Clack, 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 clack. It's right up ahead! Look out! This way! Over here! Doctor! Emergency room 3 has been prepped. What's the patient's condition? Patient is suffering from an acute erypathy breakout. She's currently unconscious. Hurry! Heartbeat, 130 BPM. Blood pressure levels. Patient, age 17 years. Race, Harrow. Blood type is... Beagle! Hang in there! You're gonna be fine. Emergency personnel ready. Begin treatment at once. Medical will take it from here. Sorry, but non-medical personnel are not allowed in the operating theater. I have to ask, the cost of this treatment... Saving lives is our top priority. You don't have to worry about that. We've noticed that the two of you are also infected with erypathy, so we'll need to start on treatment. We'll need to start treatment on you as well. I'll take you to one of our consultation rooms to see a doctor, and you can get to know the layout of the medical department. Since you only just came to Rhodes Island from Tikaranto, I imagine you're not yet familiar with the place. And that shows all of Rhodes Island. It's so crazy to see that. Rumble. So, in order to put together a proper treatment plan, we would like to understand how the three of you came to be infected. This will be put on record. Is that alright with you? According to the documents you submitted at registration, the three of you are Fang, Cruz, and Beagle, right? You came to Rhodes Island from Columbia's trade hub, Tikaranto. Shortly after the city suffered a sudden catastrophe of no small scale, code-named Black Wasp. Now then, would you be willing to tell us just how you came to be infected? Rhodes Island has nothing but the deepest sympathies over your circumstances. You'd have to start with Tikaranto's infected sector. Well, I guess. Trade Center. Tikaranto infected sector. Today is a day worth remembering because Bruce, Fang, and Beagle, three dashing young officers fresh on the Tikaranto police force, are on their first patrol. We're still just cadets, you know. We have to make it through 6 months of training before we become full-fledged policemen. We'll spend the next half year here in the infected sector. Do you remember what Captain Thomas told us before? This might be the trickiest sector in all Tikaranto. Columbia is a land of freedom and equality. Here, even the infected are given a fair deal. That's what makes us one of the greatest countries in the world. And with Tikaranto's being Columbia's new and upcoming trade hub, we're bound to see a ton of progress this year. That's something you should all be proud of. We, the Tikaranto Police Department, have also put a lot of effort into this. To maintain Tikaranto's stability and growth, we all make sacrifices and put in extra hours. That's our responsibility, and our duty. As part of the Tikaranto Police Department, every one of you should feel proud of our achievements. Of course, this includes the 3 cadets who just joined us. Police Cadets Fang, Beagle, and Cruz, who graduated with the highest scores in the history of the Tikaranto Police Academy. The 3 of you will spend your training periods watching over Tikaranto's infected sector, the trickiest one. But I believe in your abilities and your courage. I know you'll succeed. Go get 'em. Yes, sir! My childhood dreams have come true! I've become a police officer, a true protector of Tikaranto! You're still a cadet. Captain Thomas also says the infected sector is one of Tikaranto's oldest. So, while everybody who lives here is infected, they come from all sorts of different backgrounds. Some call it a gray area that the government can't control. Even the police have no real power over the people here. No wonder the officer says it's the best place to train newbies. Ha! Doesn't that mean this is the perfect place to give our fists a workout? I'm all fired up now. Calm down, Fang! Although, when they called it a gray area, I was expecting it to be more chaotic. Honestly, it looks like the place is in pretty good shape. Quite lively, too. As a matter of fact, out of the numerous infected who live here, quite a few of them are undocumented. They're what? Let me explain. You two know what this is, right? A Tikaranto residence permit? We have them too. You have to carry them at all times. If you're infected, of course, you get a stamp on the cover. And you're forced to relocate to the infected sector. Man, that's rough. Yeah, the infected also get examined every quarter, and if their infection drastically worsens, they get sent to quarantine, where they're left to spend the rest of their days. I heard some infected got exiled, too. But if an infected avoids the quarterly examinations, or if they never had a residence permit to begin with, bingo, they're undocumented. I see. The number of undocumented in Tikaranto's infected sector is really astonishing. More than half of the residents here might be undocumented. That many? Surely the police and government are aware of them, right? Of course they are. But for whatever reason, they decided to turn a blind eye. So that's why the police have no power here. Just who maintains order among all these undocumented then? It's actually a local gang called the Red Hands. The Red Hand Gang? Yep. You're the most powerful organization here. And the ones who really keep order in the infected sector. Red Hands, huh? This sector's population is so dense, but it's nice and orderly. That's all thanks to the Red Hand Gang. Don't you remember Captain Thomas's warning? The police have to be careful what we do here. Because if we don't stick our noses into every little thing, so, Fang, you ought to... Eh? It's a gang fight! Oh, jeez. Huge gang fight indeed. Very big gang fight. Hey, hold it! Didn't I just say we need to be careful? But we're police. Maintaining order is our duty. No matter what the captain says, I won't abandon my duty as a police. Oi, Fang! All of you freeze. I'm a patrol officer with the police. Street fighting is illegal. Buzz off. Where did this runt come from? Ugh. Mind your own damn business. Ugh. I repeat, stand down immediately! By order of Toronto Police Department, you are to cease your fighting! Bang! Shoot. Crikey, Fang. Looks like we're in a bit of a pickle here. I'm not running from this! Because I'm a proud member of the Toronto Police! You're a cadet! Ugh. It's Elma! Run for your lives! Don't want to piss off the Red Hands! Whoa. Please wait. Excuse me, are you... Needs sword fight sound effects. Fang! Please, put down your weapon! My name is Fang! I'm with the police! Phew. Huh? Hey, you over there! Ah, wait! An awful lot of noise first thing in the morning. Sure is nice to be young, huh? Look at your get-ups. You must be the new arrived cops, huh? And who might you be? The hell? You little... barged into the infected sector and you don't even know the boss of the Red Hand Gang? Kids these days don't even do their homework. It's fine, Damien. No need to scare them. This man is the leader of the Red Hands? My name is Thunderstone. I guess you could call me the leader around these parts. May I ask these friendly police officers your names? I'm Fang. My friends here are Cruz and Beagle. We're police cadets. Just took up our post today. We're in charge of maintaining peace and order in the infected sector. This is our duty. Not bad. What a spirited group of youths we have here. In that case, we'll be seeing each other a lot, I'm sure. At least for the next 6 months. You just showed up, so I'm sure you've got a lot of questions. Feel free to come straight to Damien or myself anytime. However, about the whole maintaining order thing. The Red Hands have been doing our best to ease the burden of police, so... My friendly officers here, you don't need to bother yourselves about peace and order. But that's our duty! As officers of the police, I've said my piece. Don't worry about what happens here in the sector. You can leave that duty to the Red Hand gang. Well then, Mr. Thunderstone, let's not get carried away here. You see, we just got here. There's a lot we still don't know about this place. So I'm sure we'll need a helping hand from you for plenty of things. How's that? What a delightful group of newbies you are. Looks like the police department has a decent crop every once in a while after all. Excuse me, officers, if you'd be willing to spare me a moment of your time. You may call me Broken Ear. Here's my business card. I'm a sales specialist for Mama John's here in the infected sector. I'm sure you're all familiar with our humble firm, yes? And damn Broken Ear's trying to cozy up to people again. My job is to maintain our business here in the infected sector. So I'm taking the initiative to introduce myself in hopes that we may prosper together in the future. Mama John's is the leading provider of everyday necessities here in the infected sector. We have a close relationship with Mr. Thunderstone, as well as the numerous brothers in the Red Hand gang. It's a great partnership. I didn't have a lot of warning, so I wasn't able to prepare much, but please accept a token of our respect. Tissues, 5 pieces. Mama John's places huge importance on the market in the infected sector, so I hope to get along well with the officers in the future. After all, we uninfected have to look out for each other, don't you think? We have to get along with the infected just to make ends meet. I'm sure you're painfully aware of how that feels. Hey, what are you implying? Are the infected not people just like us? Why would you say such a thing? Oh, please don't misunderstand. What I mean to say is, that I have a terribly urgent appointment I can't afford to miss, so I'd better be going. Sorry. There he goes. Ugh. Broken Ear is as despicable as ever. He really gets on my nerves. Hey kid, you said your name was Fang, right? Yes. You're a good kid, Officer Fang. I look forward to seeing how you do. You're going to grow into an incredible woman. Alright, I take it you already met Elba, right? The girl doesn't talk a lot, but she's a good kid. I hope you'll get along with her. Elba. She's the one we saw before? Is she a Red Hand too? Actually, she's my daughter. Oh. So, your wife is a Lupa adopted daughter. Elba was raised by the Red Hands. But for Thunderstone, Elba may as well be his bio daughter. I get it. Later. Bye. Huh? See you around. Bye. Thanks. Ah. Oh. Huh? Stare. Over here. Got something for you. This round of medicine. Itemized list is inside, just like last time. We're counting on you to get this stuff to the people again. No problem. Oh yeah, Uncle Sam by the bridge told me to thank you Rhodes Islanders. If it weren't for your meds, my family would be dead already. We'd be dust already, scattered to the wind, he said. He's very welcome. Although that's not exactly what happens. There's also Four Eyes Dell by the refinery, whose conditions seem to have stabilized. He's been able to work just fine the past few days. Oh, and Miss Helen and Old Mike at the market still have enough medicine in stock, so you won't need to bring a batch for them next time. There's also— Okay, I get it! Write all that down and pass it to me later, okay? But seriously, you've only been here a month and you're already more familiar with the residents here than I am. You're something, ain't ya? I'm blushing. That said, Rhodes Island sure is a strange company. Your medicine's several times better than what's on the market, and yet you distribute it to the infected for free, calling it clinical trials under the table. Well, it's not like we're afraid of dipping into the Colombian drug market. But Toronto's a pretty big city, even by Colombia standards. So we're just doing what's right. I understand what you're saying. It just frustrates me knowing that the infected here could get much better care. Oh, Cruz, you're an interesting one. None of the Toronto cops I've met come close to rivaling your brains. Won't you consider joining us at Rhodes Island? We've got state-of-the-art technology, you know. I could vouch for you. Sorry, but I'm not interested at the moment. Shut me down so quick? Right now, my goal is to become an amazing police officer. And besides, working with Fang and Beagle puts me at ease. Alright, I understand. Speaking of which, this is for you. My business card with my contact info. If you ever change your mind or need any help at all, feel free to call anytime. That's all for now. I gotta get back to the office. You really should just move your base of operations into the infected sector. I'll consider it. You come every single day anyway. So long, Cruz. Rhodes Island. 3 months later. As winter draws closer, the city of Toronto is expected to face a cold snap within the next few days. Large gatherings of cumulus clouds in recent days have accelerated the drop in temperature. We expect the mercury to continue to fall throughout the week, with a high probability of significant snowfall in several areas. We would like to remind all Torontoians to prepare for the coming cold snap. Cold snap, huh? Come to think of it, it's almost been 4 months since we got posted to the infected sector. Time sure flies, huh? Once you get used to it, life here isn't nearly as bad as the rumors said. Whoosh. Isn't that Elba? It is Elba! What's she doing in such a hurry? It's really noisy down there. What's going on? They're chasing her! Stop! Get back here! Look closely. I think that's Broken Ear and his men. The heck is going on? Cruz, Beagle, let's get moving. We gotta investigate. If they're disturbing the peace, we have to stop them. Bang! This is between the Red Hands and Mama John's. We'd better think carefully about this. Not happening. I can't just turn a blind eye. This is the infected sector we're talking about. I can't ignore it. I knew this was gonna happen. Hold it! Slow down! You're not getting away! You think you can just steal from me? Get back here! Grab her! Hand over the goods or you'll pay! surrounded. You're not the only one who knows this place like the back of his hand. Let's see you get out of this one, girly. You got guts, Elba, daring to steal from me. Mama John's. Do you know just how much that medicine is worth? Hand it over! Slam! You little... These are all fake meds! You've been selling this fake crap to the infected, killing them for their money! If Thunderstone finds out you've been doing this behind the Red Hand's backs, just what do you think he'll do? Ugh. What's that? You dare threaten me? What happens next is on you then. Broken ear! Do it! Rough her up, boys! All of you freeze! Huh? Stop what you're doing at once! This is an illegal assembly! Move aside, make way! Ugh. Oh my, it's Officer Fang from the police department. Absolute perfect timing. This rascal stole my belongings. You must help me get them back. I already got the gist of the situation just now. Mr. Broken Ear, from what I understand, everything Mama John's does in the infected sector is reported to the Red Hand gang, right? Isn't what you're doing here in violation of the agreement you made with them? Well... Of course, I couldn't care less about some little deal you have with them. But the police department can't allow so many people congregating and disturbing the peace. Whatever disputes you have can be settled at the station later. Don't worry, we're here to protect you. Whatever the case, violence is strictly prohibited in the streets of Toronto. Everyone, disperse at once. Are you out of your damn minds? I'm a Mama John's representative. Even your captain would have to leave us be. Don't you know that? No, I don't. I'm just a simple police cadet after all. Bruce, do you know anything about this? It doesn't seem to be in the cadet's handbook. God damn it! I've got enough guys today. You pipsqueaks aren't gonna get in our way. If you three won't play nice, then you can lick your wounds with her. Is this the end of Officer Cruz's illustrious career? I'm gonna die a martyr before I'm out of training. We'll give you one last chance. If you're not gonna help, then get out of here. Don't get in my way. No deal. Do your worst. I'll never back down. So be it. Time to learn how things work here the hard way. And just how do things work around here? Broken Ear. Answer me something. You bring all these suits right into the Red Hand Gang's territory. What is it you're trying to do? Damien! No, I wasn't... it's all Elba's fault! Kids these days are so inconsiderate. She stole my goods, so I was giving her a talking to. Just a talking to. As long as she hands over our goods, we'll be on our way. How about that? The goods here. This is the stuff you've been selling in the infected sector behind our backs, right? If he hears about this, what's Thunderstone gonna say? No, I mean, Damien, we've known each other for so long. I figured it wasn't worth bothering Thunderstone over something so small. Sounds like you know pretty well how things work around here. But there's one last rule I have to remind you of. Trying to hurt Elba right in front of me is absolutely not gonna fly! Wait! What's going on? What was that? Sky's suddenly gone dark. And the wind's getting stronger too. Ah! This is bad. Elba, you know what's happening? Kinda looks like catastrophe. An unforeseen catastrophe. It's pretty much exactly like the one 10 years ago. At the end of the first chapter. All right. All right. Quick voice break here. I'll try to roll all this into one VOD, but how are we doing? Oof. If I had a nickel for a mobile city running into a catastrophe, I would have 3. Oh gosh. Are we going through the whole thing? It's a bit long. How do you like it so far? I love seeing A1. I just I wish I had like a soundboard of sound effects. I feel like it would make a lot more sense if I was able to add a little bit more to it, especially with the part where there's no dialogue and it's just like all sound supposed to be there, which is fine if you're reading, much harder when you're reading out loud. I feel like it's just like, there's just like empty space that I don't really know what to do with. So I'm like trying to figure it out live as I go. I need like a sword swinging soundboard and stuff like that. Starlight Cry sound effect compilation wasn't my 2025 list. I have to do something, right? I can't just leave it silent. So it's either I have to be goofy and, you know, make fun of myself a little bit, or I have to like I have to do something. You should probably have a soundboard anyway. The meme potential with them is huge. The thing is, I normally do not have reason for soundboard meme stuff. Like, that's not the type of streamer I normally am, you know? How would we even implement that? You can get, like, a soundboard for effects and things. Another tab with, like, 50 sound effects. I mean... I technically could do it. I would just have to set it up correctly. The other thing is, most likely, I'm not going to be reading that much manga. So... It's impossible to read manga out loud without making silly noises. There you go. We appreciate your commitment. I appreciate it. You need to bring the circus. There you go. If you're planning to do more of these, definitely worthwhile. That's the thing, though. Like, I don't really know. I think it works way better as a video than stream if it wasn't so obvious. What do you mean? The sound effects or the manga reading? Or do you mean, like, if you were to edit the video with the sound effects in it? Is that what you're saying? Have a bunch of garbage you can knock together at your desk, perform live. Manga reading using sound effects as a video with editing? Yeah, probably. Probably, but I'm just doing what I can here. Alright. Need some coconuts for the neural parts. Oh, that's amazing. We appreciate the effort, thank you, I'm glad. I'm making fun of myself a little. It is slightly cringy, but I'd rather have slightly cringy than nothing, you know? Alright. Okay. Chapter 2. I think these take a bit to load. There we go. Episode 2. Incurable. Okay. 10 years ago, a sudden major catastrophe occurred alongside a blizzard striking part of Colombia. One night, as the catastrophe struck Colombia's rising trade hub, Toronto. Nomadic City elevator entrance. Please, let us into the city! I'm a catastrophe messenger! I'm here to deliver catastrophe forecast data to Toronto! Please, there's no time! I'm talking about a large-scale catastrophe! Things are going to get real bad if we don't prepare a response! Please! I may be infected, but I've got a messenger's pass from the Colombian government! You have to let me and my daughter into the city! That's enough, ma'am. We don't want trouble. Federal government pass is no good in Toronto. I'll give it to you straight, lady. The police have orders from above. So long as the catastrophe is imminent, not a single infected's allowed into Toronto. The wind's getting stronger. The catastrophe's about to hit. Mommy, I'm scared. Get moving now, into the shelter. Two of you should move out too. I understand. It's fine if you don't let me in, but please take my child with you into the city. She's not infected. And this here is a comprehensive analysis of the catastrophe. Get it to your bosses ASAP. No, I'm not going. Listen to me, Elba. Elba, it's Mommy's hope. And in the future, even if you're all alone, you find the strength to go on living, no matter what. Mommy! Mommy, don't go! Don't leave me! Mommy! Mommy, don't go! I'm scared! Mommy! 6 months later, Toronto. City outskirts, Originium smelting plant. Hey, Elba! Thanks to you, furnace maintenance went without smooth. You can clock out now. Your Originium knowledge has been a big help as always. Hey. Heading back now, Elba? See you tomorrow, little Lupo. Take care. Elba! Elba! Elba, Damien's here. Elba! He's looking for you. There's a lot more of this stuff in the car. It's all in the shipment from Mama John's. There's some fragile stuff inside, so handle the boxes with care, will ya? It wasn't easy to get this contract. Took a long time to work out the details with the Mama John suits. So Thunderstone asked me to get the first shipment delivered fast. Hey! Elba! Hold on, I've been looking for ya! Thunderstone told me to tell you to go home. He said that even if you don't want to stay in the house, at least pop in to eat every once in a while. Elba! I don't know if it's my place to say this, but it sounds like a little family dispute. Is our Elba still not warming up to the idea of Thunderstone adopting her? She's not as aggressive as she was at first, but she still keeps me and Thunderstone at arm's length. Well, it's not like there's anything we can do about it. She just lost her mom, and she went through all that. Yeah, helping a kid her age who's been through hell, you gotta take it slow. Either way, Thunderstone wants to do something for Elba. It's only because we had the catastrophe data from her mother that Toronto made it through the catastrophe without a scratch. She's the catastrophe messenger who saved us all, and Toronto left her to die. That's why Thunderstone says, one way or another, he wants to try to make it up to Elba. To help her, little by little, feel like she's got a home. Infected sector, Dark Alley Market. Welcome, dear customer. Is there anything that catches your eye, my friend? Our little shop here has everything. It seems like you have something to sell, do you? By all means, we buy everything. Doesn't matter if it's brand new or secondhand, or if it's something you're particularly eager to offload. Not to toot my own horn, but I do have a bit of experience getting rid of unwanted goods. I'm sorry, this might be a bit... don't worry, it's not that I won't take it. Just wait a second while I consult the manager. I'll be back in a... Hey, buddy! Don't run off, hold on a sec! Hey, hold up! Wait up! Hey, red hands! Wait up, kid! Stop! You, go check over there! Are they gone yet? Huh? You got guts, huh? Waltzing right into my hideout to steal my stuff? I'm not here to steal! You're what now? Oh. Hey, that isn't yours, is it? Please don't chase me away. I'm not a thief. I just want to lie low for a while. I'll leave soon. Please. Suit yourself. Whatever you're holding has your scent all over it anyway. Disgusting. I didn't mean to steal anything at first. But this is all so I can save my mother's life. This is originium. It sells for a lot of money. Mom got infected working in the mines. She hasn't been able to get out of bed lately. We've already sold everything we have, but it's still not enough to cure her. But I hear originium's really, really valuable. As long as I can sell it, I'll definitely get enough money to cure my mom's illness. This thing will save my mother's life. That originium you've got there. You can't sell it, can you? How did you... What do you mean? What makes you so sure I can't sell it? Originium's a very valuable mineral. Seems like you're totally clueless, huh? What you've got there is an unprocessed originium shard. Originium shards need to undergo a refinement process before they're turned into high-purity orundum. Orundum is used as a high-yield energy source for machines, nomadic cities and stuff. That's why it's valuable. But originium shards don't do that, so they're as valuable as a regular rock. Originium shards are worse than useless. They're dangerous. If it's active originium, it'll worsen an infected symptoms. And in more serious cases, it'll blow up like a bomb. Ah! That's why it's a serious crime for a kid like you to have an originium shard. If you're not careful, you'll kill yourself and everyone around you. That's why nobody's buying it. What are you talking about? This piece of originium is worthless? That's not orundum, it's an originium shard. Why should I believe you? How do I know you're not trying to trick me? Are you an originium expert? Even if it won't sell, I still have to try. You know how much pain my mom has been in since she got erypathy. Of course I do. Don't forget, You're in the infected sector, and I'm infected too. I'm sorry. It's not too serious yet. I only got it recently. My mom was a catastrophe messenger. She knew than anybody else about catastrophes in Originium. She taught me a lot about the stuff. She used her knowledge to save a ton of people, but she could never cure her own erypathy. I don't know where she is now either. 6 months ago, I was sent to Tikaranto Orphanage. They kept me there with a bunch of other kids, forced us to work hard every day, exposed to Originium. That's how I got infected with erypathy. A lot of the kids there were infected. And we all got shuffled out of the orphanage, under the table. They didn't want infected kids around. I almost died, but Thunderstone took me in. It was the Red Hands that took me in. No, it was the Red Hands that took me in. Almost everyone here in the sector is infected, but nobody's judgmental here. Toronto's better than a lot of other places, that's for sure. So, whether you believe me or not, I know a lot about Originium, and I know a lot about erypathy. Erypathy is incurable. Even if that stone was high purity Arundum, and even if you sold the whole thing, it wouldn't be enough to cure erypathy. Okay. That one was a little bit shorter, I guess. Okay. Please, officer, I have urgent information regarding your automobile's extended warranty. Just bought the Mel Knight skin and it has pretty VFX when she shoots. That's really cool. Becoming infected is fun, and oh my gosh. Oh. So many typos for something officially published first party. Yeah, I'm trying to work with it. Maybe our music is a bit too upbeat for this after all. I have to have something, right? I have to have something, so we're working with what we got. It's gotta, like, you have to be able to pick music to fit, like, every single story beat is not gonna, like, go over perfectly, but we got something and that's all we can ask for. It's not that upbeat, it's kind of neutral. It's fine. I don't know. Alright. I'm just saying Synthwave Freebird would have worked. It would not have, but okay. Maybe some event background music? We kind of were, like, trying to figure it out before stream, but this was, like, the best that we could figure out. That would automatically loop that I had access to. That's the main thing, right? That I had access to. Initial chapter was quite long versus some of the others. Yeah, okay. Good to know. Good to know that. Alright. Okay. Episode 3, or Chapter 3. Active Originium. Oh. He's It's only 8. Oh my gosh. Alright. Thanks for the can. Now I gotta run. Thanks for not turning me in. As for the rock, raw, unrefined originium, I'll take it back with me. It may be unrefined, but it's still dangerous. To be safe, you'll want to toss it in an ore receptacle. You know those? Relax. I'll take care of it. About your mom. I'm sorry. I hope she gets better soon. Same to you. Hope you feel better, Elba. That reminds me. My name's Andrew. See you later. Originium. Refined originium. Raw originium. Originium ore. So, the difference between inert and active originium, you know how to tell them apart, don't you, Elba? Yeah, I do! Inert originium is stable. It's cool to the touch, just like ordinary rocks. But the active kind... Mom. Active originium. Active originium is... It's... Active originium gives off heat! Active originium ore gives off a lot of heat! Is that it? Very good, Elba. What did you take? Ew, it's all warm from you holding it. It has to be in my mom's notebook. Where is it? Found it. I need the answer, Mom. Raw ore. Here. While it is a rare phenomenon, occasionally raw originium ore will enter an active state and explode sooner after. According to my analysis, the process of rapid activation of raw ore occurs as follows. In the first stage, the raw ore will begin to heat up, reaching temperatures slightly higher than human body temperature. Then, in the second stage, the ore will grow warmer and begin to glow. Its temperature and luminescence will build as the process continues. The activation process will last for a period between 10 minutes and several hours. When the ore approaches its critical threshold, it will emit intense light and generate a significant amount of heat. If it surpasses this threshold, it may explode with a tremendous force. Ouch! If that thing blows, the whole infected sector will be in danger! I was careless. I have to find Andrew, or else... Is that Elba? Damien's looking for you. Hey, what's wrong? Go get Damien and Thunderstone! Huh? The smelter's a danger zone. Some originium is gonna blow! What? Whoa. Don't just stand there, go get Damien! Andrew! Andrew! It's gotta be around here somewhere. It's activating fast. That ore is already glowing. Elba? Huh? What are you waiting for? The ore's about to explode! Why haven't you tossed it into the receptacle yet? Andrew, what happened to you? You told me this ore wasn't refined, so it's worthless. But if I find what I need to refine it, it'll be worth money, right? Did that thing fry your brain? You can't refine originium in the process of activating! We're running out of time here! Ah! Sorry. Get back here! Let go, it's mine! If you break it, I won't be able to save Mom! You dumbass! Ah! It's too late! The ore's about to blow! Somebody save me! Anybody! here, you little... Damien! What's going on, Elba? Are you two... What is that? The Originium's going critical. It's about to blow. Elba! Hey! I'm sorry. Originium ore smelter. Originium hazard. Elba! Damien! Andrew! Get over here and help me! Get this pressure door sealed! Push harder! It's critical! It could explode at any second! Ah! It stopped. Ah! The smelter's collapsing! Run for it! Damien, we're here! What can we help with? Run! Get the hell out of here! Ugh! Run! Get moving! Damien, over here! Hurry! Look out! Oh, crap. You okay, Elba? You really did a number on the Originium smelter, Elba. And here I thought you actually liked Originium. Understone. There. Just in the nick of time. Several days later. That was one hell of a commotion. This poor old smelter wasn't up to taking an explosion like that. It's gonna take months to get her back up and running. Luckily, the blast furnace didn't go. That would have sent active Originium dust all over the place. So we get some time off. What happened to the little troublemaker? Andrew, was it? He's fine. Thunderstone had somebody take him home. He's Elba's friend, after all. Thunderstone said the Red Hands are gonna take care of his mom. It's Eripathy, though. Not much you can do. You can always work to make things a little better. Gotta try, at least. True. It's the right thing to do. I just hope that one day we can cure everybody in the world with Eripathy. Oh! It's Elba! Over here! Come on. How about we go home together today? What do you say, Elba? Sure. Alright. Learning about cool shiny rocks. Alright, we're about, halfway? I think halfway? It's taking about 10-15 minutes per section now? Okay. Press net. Oh, is there another page? Okay. There's a second page. Okay. 10 to 15 minutes is not bad then. I feel like the first one took like almost an hour. It just felt a lot longer for some reason. Read that as Originium Brain for a second. I think that's what White has. Oh no. First one is indeed longer? Okay, okay. That's very doable then. I was getting I thought that each thing was as long as the first section, and I'm like, oh, this is not gonna be good. It was much more word heavy per page also. That is true, yes. Okay. Alright. At least there's not that many older characters in here, so it's a little bit easier. Indeed, I'm originating in my brain. After all, that's my arts for helping star. One day it will explode, though. Sangetsu, please. Oh, jeez. Alright. That day is not today. Oh, no. No, that is not true. One day, every stargazer will explode. Fireworks. Oh, please. Put it in the cheese game. I'm scared. We're gonna finish the cheese game next week, probably, and that'll be the worst. All little supernovas to be. Oh no. Alright. Episode 4. Originium Rain. The sky's gone dark! And the wind's getting stronger too! Elba, it's a catastrophe! A sudden unforeseen catastrophe! It's a catastrophe! Get to the core city! Wait for me! I better get going. Hold it. Ah! How did this happen, Elba? The weather forecast only mentioned a cold snap, nothing about a catastrophe. No. There was a noticeable change in air pressure just now, and the airflow is abnormal too. I think I can say for certain that we've got a very serious event on our hands. A catastrophe of unprecedented destructive force. We're running out of time. We have to get everyone in the infected sector to shelter. Go on. Get out of my sight. Help me! Somebody help me! I believe you, Elba. Sudden catastrophe. I think we're going to need the strength of the entire Red Hand gang. We better go talk to Thunderstone. Come in. Come in, Cadet Fang. This is Toronto PDHQ. Do you read me? Fang here. Go ahead. We received an emergency report from the Toronto Catastrophe Monitoring Situation. Wind speeds, air pressure, and atmospheric originium concentration are all rising rapidly. They have exceeded the warning threshold. All signs point to an extremely destructive catastrophe. Inform your team. The city of Toronto will take emergency actions in response to the sudden catastrophe. All sector plates will decouple to evade the catastrophe. Your team is located on mobile plate number 4. Also known as the infected sector. The core city will decouple first to ensure rapid evasion of the catastrophe. What? You are to gather your team and proceed to the government shelter of the core city plate. What about getting the residents of this plate to shelter? That isn't your job. But since the infected sector's infrastructure is old, it needs the core city plate to move. With the government deciding to decouple, it sounds like the monitoring station got some unexpected data, and now they have a reason to use us as a sacrifice. Be careful out there. Over and out. Not our job, huh? Fang? What do we do now? We can't just walk away. Cruz, Beagle, listen up. We're not going to throw up our hands and go home. If a catastrophe is about to strike, we have to stay and help the citizens get to shelter. That's our duty as officers. Fair dinkum. But the infected sectors are so big. How are the three of us supposed to... About that. Mr. Damien, you and Elba must have heard that transmission just now. We have to organize an evacuation immediately. Please, we need any help you can offer. Hey, what are you talking about? Huh? The infected sector is Red Hand territory. Protecting the people here is our job. I'll go and grab Thunderstone. Alright. But I think, at this point, everybody in the red hand should already be moving. Hey, no loitering on the street. Go and tell your family to go get to shelter. What are you doing over there? Get that stuff inside if you don't want to lose it all. Hey! Hey there, kiddo. It's been days since you came by to eat, huh? What are you so relaxed about? You don't see the catastrophe? The weatherman said we're getting a cold snap, that's all. Don't go around scaring people. Settle down, young man. I got way too much stuff to deal with here. It's all I can do to move it by myself. What? That's not gonna fly! This is a sudden catastrophe we're talking about. That means tomorrow! Let's get all this stuff packed up and moved, boys! And here's some food and water for you! Take it and get to the shelter! We're so lucky to have you, Red Hand boys. Don't forget to come by for lunch sometime. Keep moving! We got more houses to hit! Inner City, Red Hand Stronghold. Amazing logo there. Hey, Damien! What's the word? Pretty much everyone's out there. Thunderstone got us all mobilized. We're hitting every house to make sure they're all ready for the catastrophe. Reinforcing buildings and securing goods. We got anyone without a safe place to stay for shelter. Got the emergency supplies handed out too. Alright. Where's Thunderstone? Over here. Thunderstone! Damien, you're just in time. You brought Elba? And our policeman buddies too. Welcome. Hello? Damien, I was just going over some things. About this catastrophe. What's that you've got there? No, this. Mama John's. That broken ear guy? Looks like Broken Ear and his people aren't cut out to do business with us. Elba, let's have dinner tonight after we're done with all this. What are you in the mood for? Thunderstone! The catastrophe is something we need to take seriously. There's no time to be playing around. We have to get everyone to shelter. Calm down, Elba. The Red Hand's already got everyone ready for the catastrophe. As soon as the sky turned dark, everyone sprang into action. It's still gonna take some time to wind down the factory, but I sent a whole bunch of our guys to help out. We're doing everything we can to make sure everyone can ride out the catastrophe at home. You settle down, okay? They can't stay home! The catastrophe is unfolding way faster than we thought. It could be hitting us in just a few hours. What's more, the Toronto government has given an order to separate the core city from the infected sector. They must have some really ugly numbers to make a decision like that. Fang got word from the cops on her wireless. It confirms everything I'm saying. The core city is about to unhitch from us. The infected sector is going to take the catastrophe alone. And it's gonna be an incredibly rough catastrophe. We can't just ride it out at home like we usually do. Everyone needs to move to the shelter inside the plate superstructure. And they need to do it fast. The catastrophe is about to strike. All right. I trust your judgment, Elba. Listen up! You all heard Elba, right? The plan's changed. Get the word out. Everybody in the sector is moving to shelter inside the plate. Our manpower's limited. Everybody coming back has to head right back out to share the new plan. To head for the shelters inside the plate. Don't bother distributing supplies. We'll take them all down there in one go. We're against the clock. Everyone get moving fast. The largest concentrations of people are in the factory and the residential area to the east. Damien, You're gonna get them evacuated. Alright. Truss, take 2 crews and scout out the routes to the shelters. We need to make sure all entrances and exits on the surface are operable. Got it. Raymond, take your boys and help with the maintenance of the power plant. On it. If the catastrophe does anything to the power plant, we're gonna need damage control on that right away. Also, have Raphael take some guys to cut the pipes exchanging water, power, and originium fuel with the other sector plates. We'll convert them to keep circulating within our sector. A nomadic city has to split all this infrastructure into sectors before it can move. So that in the event there's a catastrophic emergency, the government forces the sectors to decouple and things get hairy. So professional, so knowledgeable. The Red Hands aren't your everyday street gang. You 3 look surprised. Thunderstone knows what he's doing. It's just, to have such a detailed contingency plan. You must have been through a lot of separations. That's something. Elba, I feel like since we got to know her, she started talking a lot more. Next, Louis Longlegs will take care of the West End. Where is he? Louis went to the smelter today. He did? That's no good. I gotta think. Who else could help there? Let me go, please! Have us evacuate the people there! As police, it's our duty to help the citizens. I appreciate that. But the west side is mostly temp housing, shacks, and sheds. It's hard to navigate, and it's right up against the edge of the city. I'm worried you 3 will be in danger not knowing the place. I'll go with them. I know the West End like the back of my hand. Thunderstone. Let the 3 of them come with me to help evacuate the people. No problems with that, right? Alright. We're counting on you girls. She really opened up. Is she the type that's cold to strangers but warm around friends? That noise just won't stop. What is it? The plate engine's warming up. Whenever they do an emergency separation, they have to fire up the infected sector's mobility engines. All the equipment is really old, so the noise gets intense. I've gotten used to it. When I hear this sound, I know something bad is coming. Are you okay? Phew. Report. Confirmed clear. All the homes down here are empty. The residents have been evacuated safely. We're all good up here too. Great going. All the residents in the area have been moved. This is going smoother than I expected. I guess we'll need to head back to... Crush. What the? What was that huge sound? Where did it come from? That's the sound of the plates being forcibly decoupled. Looks like the government isn't going to wait for us to get everything circulating within the sector. We're moving faster than anticipated. Good thing we were on top of the prep work. But this means the city has already started moving. The mobility engine is online. Whoa. Huh? Be careful! It's originium! Stay back, it's dangerous! Crikey! Oh no. It's raining originium! The catastrophe is starting! I failed to consider the worst case scenario. This is an extremely destructive catastrophe. Find cover, quick! Over there, hide in that alley! Hug the walls as you move. The organic architecture in the slums will shield us from most of the rain. Whoa! Cover your mouths and noses. Don't inhale the dust. Originium brain is all active. You have to exercise the utmost caution. Here, use this. Over your mouths and noses with a wet cloth. It's basic, but it's something at least. If you inhale active originium dust, you will be infected with erypathy. Over here! We have to run against the wind! Alright. Elba's incredible! She knows so much! We've reached some high ground. We'll be safe for a little bit. Let's stick to this side and find ourselves a route into the shelter. This catastrophe is way too dangerous. We can't stand on the surface for long. Once we're inside, the rest will be up to the city. We have to hope it's got the power to get us out of the catastrophe zone. Please, great nomadic city! If it moves at full speed, I know it can... Whoa! What is it? Can't be. What is that? The originium's accumulating in the sky! It's forming solid boulders! What do we do? Hurry, find cover and get down! Go! Back that way! Cruz! This way! To be continued. Ugh. It's all originium. Okay. Beagle isn't killing anyone in this manga. Beagle's killing rocks. Oh. Terra's a safe place to live in. Jeez. Oh. Alright. That one was definitely longer. Okay. Please do not hurt the voice, thank you. You must learn the origins of Beagle the Destroyer. Alright. Episode 5. Decoupling. Whoa! Look out! Incoming wave! Don't let the originium crystals pierce your skin! Jeez. Why do they have to make it so shiny? It carved out a huge hole and turned into small crystal formations so fast! Originium concentration must be incredibly high. It's as destructive as I feared. I hope the city can hold. Look! There's more of the big clusters! Run for it! We can't hold out against originium rain this heavy. On the surface! We have to get to shelter inside the superstructure. Whoa! Look out! Ah! Beagle! That was close! It's tearing the city apart! Is this the power of a catastrophe? The entrance to the shelter is a block ahead! We'll be safe for a while if we can just get into the superstructure! The defenses in there should be enough to withstand the catastrophe for now. We just have to get out of the catastrophe zone before things get worse! Huh? Look out! I got it! Huh? Cruz! Beagle! Hurry up! I see it! That's the entrance to the shelter! Thank God! The entrance hasn't been damaged! Hurry, let's go! Wait, look out! Ah! Elba! Elba, can you hear me? Elba! Where... My leg's stuck. Elba, are you hurt? Just stay calm. See if you can pull it out. It hurts! Oh, don't move, Elba. We'll get you out. Crew, Spiegel, let's get this rubble off of her. Good thing the roof's holding up against the rain. Ugh. Worry about yourselves. The rain is still falling, and we don't know how long this place will last. No good. This won't budge at all. Shit. Calm down, Elba. We'll get you out of this. Shh. Team Fang, come in. Team Fang, do you copy? Come in. This is the police. Team Fang, please respond. Team Fang! Fang here. You haven't reported as ordered. What is your present location? Well, we're still providing aid in the infected sector, but the situation is dire. Please send backup. Backup? You think we can afford to right now? Listen up, Fang. Every sector is currently taking a pounding from the catastrophe. We've also received indication that the infected sector plate's mobility plant is damaged. Things are very touch and go. The Toronto government is executing a contingency plan. The two plates that have not yet fully decoupled from the infected sector can't wait any longer for the transition to internal circulation. They will be forcibly decoupled. This is going to take about 15 minutes. You still have time. Your team should proceed straight to the east side. There, you'll find an evacuation passage for government personnel. You can make it to the other plates via it. What? Damage to mobility. Was it that big originium boulder that just hit? The ongoing originium rain hit the mobility systems hard in multiple areas, according to the report. The catastrophe is causing more damage than anticipated. All sectors are trying to decouple as fast as possible. But with the infected sector's mobility damaged, it's having an impact on the other plate's speed. If they don't decouple in time, the other plates could end up at risk from the catastrophe. This decision comes after careful considerations of all factors at play. The infected sector is the oldest in Toronto. If they don't get internal circulation going, given the damage to the mobility system, once they decouple, the people of the infected sector are doomed! The scale of the catastrophe is worse than predicted. This is the government's decision. We need you to save yourselves. Get out of there ASAP! They're abandoning the infected sector. There are a lot of people here still trapped or injured. If we pull out, all we can do is pray they make it through safely. Don't be so pessimistic. If we're lucky, the mobility system might still get the infected sector out of the catastrophe zone. As for the infected, most of them are undocumented. Let them fend for themselves. Infected, undocumented, decoupling, abandoning. Alright, officers, you better get going. And get going fast for your own safety. This is your last chance to get out of here. I'll figure something out. Don't worry. No way! You can't even move! And the catastrophe is... I can't believe they're just abandoning the infected sector! Fang! Say something! Team Fang? Acknowledged. Withdrawal order received. Cadets Fang, Beagle, Cruz. We're going to do everything in our power to help these people. Team Fang refuses to leave the infected sector. What? You're out of your mind! Just to help some infected? I can't just turn my back on these people. They need our help. So you're aware, Cadet Fang, you are defying a direct order from the Toronto Police Department. No. What I'm doing is fulfilling my duty as a Toronto police officer. Suit yourself, but I'm warning you, Cadet Fang. I'll be reporting this to the commissioner. Go ahead. Fang. Sorry. I got us into another mess. Hey, guess who's still stuck? Whoops. Please pull me out, Officer Fang. All right. The roof's collapsing. Let's move! Get Elba out of there quick! No other choice. Buddy, sorry about this. Crack. Bang! It's working! Bruce, Beagle, here! Hurry! The rain's drawing closer! Gotcha! Run, now! Get to the shelter! Over here, hurry! Ah! You okay? Beagle? I'm fine! Move, the entrance is just up ahead! No! How is there such a huge rock blocking it? There's no way past it! Crikey, there's nothing we can do! Ugh. We're not safe in this passage either. The rain is too strong, this place is gonna collapse soon! There's really nothing we can do? Elba! Thunderstone! What are you doing here? We're saved! I figured you used this entrance to come in from the old town, so I came to get you. Looks like this place won't hold up much longer. But the entrance is totally blocked. I'll take care of that. Ah! Ah! The way is clear, hooray! Elba, thank God you're all right. Seal it up, quick! Get inside! Damien! Save the small talk! Talk about by the skin of your teeth. This is one hell of a catastrophe. The superstructure is well reinforced. It'll hold off the Originium for a while. But the mobility plant took a nasty hit. Hope we can still drive out our way out of the catastrophe zone. Thank you for coming to get us, kiddo. Yeah, you got me to thank. But you... Ugh, I need a cigarette. No smoking in the shelter. Ugh. I guess a whole lot of people must have died, huh? We would've lost more if it wasn't for our prep work. Elba, it's thanks to your call that we saved all these folks. Not to mention our friendly little officers who were willing to stay behind to help. The infected, thank you. Thunderstone, bad news. The mobility system is about to give out. She took a serious beating in multiple places. We need to shut her down for repairs. Give me the specifics. Fortunately, the power plant is intact, and the catastrophe seems to be weakening. We should be able to make it through. Once we're out of the catastrophe zone, we'll stop the sector and get to work. We'll keep the power plant warmed up and turn it right back on once repairs are complete. But the process might take half a day, during which we won't be able to move and we'll have to bear the brunt of the cold snap. Lumbian cold snaps are fearsome. Without heating, an ordinary person won't last a night. With the sector as damaged as it is, a lot of people are gonna freeze to death. Without receiving supplies, we won't make it through the cold snap. The other sectors are all gone. No doubt about it, we've been abandoned. Fang! Huh? Mr. Thunderstone, I have an idea. Go ahead. What's your idea, Officer Fang? We could request aid from police headquarters in the Toronto core city. Huh? You're kidding. Why would they ever help us? Because they have no other choice. All right. We get the rest of this page done today. All right. So Strawny made the crew grow tiny clones in their mouths. All right. next up? Episode 6. Mobility Engine. Officer Fang. What do you mean by that? You have some kind of bargaining chip to convince the cops to help us? I'm talking about us three. Plus the infected sector itself. Did you already forget that whole discussion you had over the radio? Those old douche abandoned us a long time ago. And at this point, you three are just as abandoned. Fang! That was during an emergency situation. The police probably had their hands full. But if we send out a distress signal, I'm certain that Captain Thomas won't sit back and do nothing. Yeah. Honestly, the main thing here is... we got a nomadic plate the size of the infected sector here. Even if it's old. As long as the thing still works, it's a valuable asset to the Toronto government. I think Mr. Damien here mentioned the mobility system can be fixed? Yeah. The government gave up on the infected sector to protect the core city because they didn't know what else to do. But if they learn that the infected sector wasn't destroyed by the catastrophe, they'll definitely want to come collect it. Sure, but what about what they care about is the plate itself, right? Not the lives of the people living on it. They're not gonna take the risk of coming to save us. They'd rather wait for a few days until the catastrophe is over, than come to pick up the plate once the area's safe. We can't afford to wait. The cold snap hits tomorrow. I get that. But Captain Thomas is a good man. He said... Don't get taken in by those people and their fancy words. You're gambling with your own lives by trusting them. Well, it's definitely a gamble. I think we should ask the cops for help. Huh? This is a life and death situation. We just narrowly escaped a catastrophe. The town is polluted with orogenium. The central heating system is ruined. And the mobility system is crippled. It's hard to see us making it through the cold snap tomorrow. Our first priority right now has to be saving ourselves. But that also means that if there's a chance of someone coming to our rescue, we need to pursue it. To get everyone through this, we got to try everything we can. Fine. Alright, let's get started. No time to waste. First, get that mobility system fixed, Damien. We need this old thing fired up before the cold snap hits. On it. Officer Fang, I'm counting on you to send the distress signal. Mr. Thunderstone. To be honest, as far as the infected here are concerned, the prospect of the Toronto coming to the rescue isn't worth counting on. But if there's even the smallest chance of it actually happening, if we might be able to increase the odds of survival, then you know what you need to do, Officer Fang. Oh, right. Leave it to me. Thing is, the catastrophe ruined the plate's comm system. It's going to take a while to fix, and your communication signal isn't going to reach. The core city might even be totally out of comms range. So even if we do get that fixed, what then? I'm going back up to the surface. I'll use the comm system in the infected sector's police station to contact the Toronto PD. What? The station has its own emergency transmission equipment. It connects to the Toronto PD HQ directly, so we might be able to reach them that way. I had some basic maintenance training at the academy. Even if the catastrophe damaged the equipment, I can try to fix it. Do you realize how dangerous this idea is? The surface is totally contaminated, and a second catastrophe could strike at any time. I'll go with her. Elba. I know the town better than Fang. I can get her there and back faster so she's exposed less. Elba. You're injured. I'm fine. I can walk, no problem. Thunderstone. Go with her, Elba. I'll stay here looking after the wounded and displaced. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
I want to help too. I can go with Fang. The bleeding hasn't stopped.
What's your name?
Beagle.
Officer Beagle? You took a hit?
I'm fine. I just cut myself back there at the shelter door.
We better get going.
Oh!
Wait a second.
Mr. Damien?
Officer Beagle. Listen, we're short-handed at the moment. I could really use your help with the repair work. What do you say? Beagle, you can help them out with the mobility systems.
All right.
Great, let's get to work. Elba and Officer Fang will go to the surface to send a distress signal, while Officer Beagle and Damien go down below to work on repairs. I'll stay here on this level. All of us will meet back up here when we're done.
What about me?
As for you, Officer Cruz,
Present!
you'll be helping me. I got a lot of wounded people to take care of. I heard you've been going around distributing medicine. Think you can help me out?
Yes, sir.
This way. This exit will take us out closest to the police station. Thanks for coming with me, Elba. Don't mention it. Just paying you back for saving my life. But let me remind you again. Don't trust the Toronto cops. They're not like you. I'm an immigrant from Kashmir. I came to Colombia with a bunch of others when I was 10. The immigrant neighborhoods were wild back then. No two people from the same place. You really had all kinds. There was some sort of conflict every other day. I owe a lot to the police who looked after us. Whenever they showed up, I knew they'd deal with things nice and quick. They kept order in the neighborhood, made everyone's lives better. For me, the police represent the Colombian ideal of equality. They are justice incarnate. Ever since I was little, I knew I wanted to become one of them. I bet there weren't any infected in your neighborhood. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. I know not every police unit is that great, and I've heard about certain teams doing bad things, like what happened to your mother, but I still believe that there are officers of the Toronto Police Department who will uphold their duty and responsibility. At least, I know Captain Thomas is that kind of guy. Sure. I hope you're right. We're here. This is the exit to the top level. It comes out high up, close to the station. I just hope it's not blocked. Wait, before you go, you'll need this. We have to take the proper precautions. The originium concentration won't have dropped yet. Take one breath without the right gear and you're infected. So be careful out there and follow my instructions. Ah! We're out! What luck, it wasn't blocked at all. It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. Those are crystal formations caused by the catastrophe. They are pretty. And that's active originium dust suspended in the air, glowing against the night sky. The scenery after a catastrophe is truly lovely. A deadly beauty. It's like the world is mocking our efforts to survive on it. No time for melancholy. The police station's right over there. Let's get a move on.
Incredible. So this is what makes a nomadic city move.
This is the lowest level of the superstructure, the mobility level. Damien, I took care of the little cop here. Bandages. How is she? Well...
Catastrophes really are scary. I never thought a level this deep would be hit so hard.
the truth is, the damage here isn't all from the catastrophe. Most nomadic cities are made up of sector plates. You knew that already, right?
Yes, I learned it at the police academy. One reason is because it's easier to build them that way. But more importantly, when a catastrophe comes, the sectors can separate, so they can scatter away and escape it more quickly.
You've got this down. That's all correct. Normally, when all the sectors are linked up in a block, their water lines, electricity, and other utility pipes and cables are linked up too. During decoupling, these links are not only cut, they're reconnected for internal circulation to ensure each plate can survive independently. Under normal circumstances, these operations take at least a few hours, maybe up to a dozen. If you include warming up the mobility system and starting the engines, you might even need a few days. Unfortunately, this time, the catastrophe hit really fast.
From the Toronto Meteorological Center confirming the catastrophe to decoupling the infected center, I think it was less than an hour?
Yeah, it was a forced decoupling. The infrastructure here in our plate is old, and the motors are relatively weak. In the long term, we have to rely on the core city to keep moving. With this sudden catastrophe, the powers that be were worried the infected sector might hinder their escape. So they cut all our primary connections and hightailed it out of there. A lot of cables and pipes ended up severed.
People in charge sure didn't hesitate.
The forced decoupling made the situation even more dire. Many of the plate's systems couldn't be switched over to internal circulation. The mobility systems kept operating at full power, even after the catastrophe. We managed to make it out, but a lot of older support systems collapsed as a result. And now, we're stuck here. Take a look.
Whoa! It's huge! So this is the mobility engine.
It's the heart of the whole plate. It's all thanks to these guys it managed to weather the storm, literally. All it will take are some repairs, and it'll fire right back up.
Mr. Damien, we can definitely fix it.
Yeah, we can. The infected sector's engineers are doing everything they can to get it running back. But they do need our help. Even if there wasn't a catastrophe, maintaining a big, complicated girl like her is no easy task. Instead of just standing around gawking, how about you and I pitch in, Officer Beagle? We can handle moving stuff. This thing's pretty heavy. If you could just grab the other end, that'd be...
I'm on it, Mr. Damien! Where do they need to go?
Were you always that strong? Don't strain yourself.
Don't worry, I'm not.
Well, that's good. Anyway, go put them on the conveyor.
Right away!
Ready? 1, 2... All done. Now we just wait, and it'll be poured in automatically. Thanks for your help, Officer Beagle.
Hey, Mr. Damien. The stuff getting poured in, is that fuel for the mobility system?
No. What we just put in is a sort of lubricant. The canisters for the fuel are way bigger. There's no way we could carry them over.
Huh? It needs that much fuel? Isn't originium highly energy efficient? I remember Cruz saying something like, one small originium battery unit can get a car across the entire Colombian wastelands. I actually saw it in a TV commercial once.
If it's one of those new models, then that's probably enough. But to move plates like these, well, over 1 kilometer long. Originium might be energy efficient, but we still have to burn through a ton of it. If we're going to compare it to a car, well... An old girl like this, she's like hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of cars worth of originium engines put together.
Wowee!
As for the fuel, you see that warehouse? The only thing in there is originium fuel.
That much?
And that's just where the shipments end up. The actual storage for the fuel chambers that powers the plate is about 10 times bigger.
10 times?
Yeah. And you see how big that warehouse is? Well, the plate has a whole bunch more.
Seriously? Wow. Nomadic cities need so much fuel.
She sure has good reactions. If the mobility engine is the heart of a nomadic city, then the originium in the fuel storage is its blood. Originium fuel. From extraction to refinement, up until it arrives at the fuel shortage, every process of the process requires the sacrifice of the lives of the infected. Yeah, you could say. The nomadic cities treat infected like food, consuming them to keep themselves going. Originium definitely has both benefits and costs. Catastrophes, death, energy, technology. The infected have to tolerate so much, provide so much. And yet, we still live as second-class citizens.
I think that's wrong!
Oh?
I think you and Mr. Thunderstone and all the people in the infected sector are good. And it doesn't matter what the reason is. It's wrong to discriminate against the infected. Sorry, I raised my voice.
No, thank you, Officer Beagle. I'm grateful to Officer Fang, too. And that Codice officer.
Her name's Cruz.
Officer Cruz. You're all so different from those old cops I was talking about. You're good kids. It's really sad how rare people like you are. Of course, once you get infected. Once you become an infected. Everyone in your life is gonna toss you away. Your family, your coworkers, the people you thought were friends, they'll all betray you, because to them, you're just an infected. It happened to me. Doesn't matter how close you were to these people. Could be close as the three of you are now. They'll betray you either way.
That won't happen. We'll never end up like that. If Fang or Cruz became infected, I wouldn't toss them away. And if I became infected, they wouldn't toss me away either. I'm sorry, Mr. Damien. I raised my voice again.
No, it's okay. Beagle, you really are a good kid. Alright, you better remember what you just said. No matter what the future holds, you have to treasure your friends. And make sure you never give up hope.
Yeah! What do you mean by that, Mr. Damien?
Nothing. She really does have the best reactions. Alright, let's get back to work, Beagle.
Yeah!
1, 2, 3. There! Is that good? Perfect. All done. We should be good now. It took a while, but we finally got it fixed. We got the antenna to the highest spot in the area. On paper, it should be able to send and receive signals. The core city shouldn't be that far away from us, but the originium in the surrounding area is going to impact communications range. It's hard to say if we'll be able to make contact. But we've done all we can. Let's give it a shot. Come in. Come in. No response. Who knows where the core city could have ended up before we even talk about a rescue. Well, best case scenario, they're wanting to provide aid to other sectors. If we can just reach them, things might turn out better than we thought. Still no answer. No sign of activity at all. Nothing to talk about. TPD, come in! Come in, TPD! Oh, luck. Why'd you take your gear off? The originium concentration around here should already have stopped.
We're safe here for a while. In the calm in the wake of the catastrophe, the originium dust has settled into lower elevation areas. There's not much here as high up as we are. Where we're sitting now, the originium concentration is lower than it was beneath the rain earlier. Is that right? Didn't expect we'd end up just sitting out here and enjoying the view, getting nothing done in the process. Whatever, it's a nice view. Give it another couple of minutes and we'll go report back to Thunderstone. Shh. Hello? This is the Toronto Police Department. Do you read me? We received your distress signal. Do you copy? Alright. Alright. Okay. Hard mode Terra Isekai, either be born as a Sarkaz or an infected. Ultra hard mode? What? Ultra, what? Wait, what? I feel... I don't feel like I know... Okay. I feel like I understand the gist of being an infected, but I feel like I don't know enough about Sarkaz. So I feel like I can't yet give you an answer on that. Oh. All right. Just give me a sec. Just give me a few seconds here. Okay. I got the Wate. Don't worry, I got the Wate. Ugh. I really do need to just have like a silly little kettle thing that pops up at some point. Okay. Let's wrap things up today. Episode 7. Judgment. Infected sector mid-level shelter number 5. Mumble mumble. Ah, it hurts! Hold him down! Bear with me, you'll be fine once we get the meds in you. Ah, it hurts so bad, just kill me, please! This guy's way too strong. Get over here and help me hold him! Officer Cruz! Hey! Connus! Did he draw blood? No. We're good here for now. We've got too many wounded, and the shelter's stock of emergency neuropathy drugs is running dry. I'm afraid we're about to see a serious spike in serious cases and deaths. We better be ready. Having infected corpses pile up in a cramped shelter like this is an extremely dangerous prospect. I know. I've got an incinerator prepped and ready. An incinerator? Let's go, little Codis. Our work here is done for now. Officer Cruz. Yes! Do you know exactly what happens when an infected dies? I learned about it at the police academy. Basically, when the originium concentration within an infected reaches a certain level, it begins to crystallize rapidly, both internally and externally. The crystals damage vital organs, causing massive hemorrhaging and organ failure, ultimately resulting in death. Correct.
But really, that's just the beginning. The truly terrifying part comes next. When an infected dies, their bodily functions cease, but their erypathy does not. It keeps spreading, crystallizing, eventually assimilating the entire body. And at any point in this process, the body can disintegrate. It may take hours or it may take just minutes. When this happens, the deceased essentially becomes a highly unstable originium bomb. The disintegration process releases a large amount of active originium dust. In some cases, it can even trigger explosions, causing widespread originium contamination. This, of course, poses a serious threat. If you don't deal with infected corpses fast enough, you could have a mass erypathy infection crisis on your hands. And in a place like the infected sector, with all these infected masses together, one bomb going off can start a deadly chain reaction. Infected get discriminated against when we're alive. And when we die, we get a promotion. From second-class citizen to dangerous goods, to be hastily disposed of. So incinerators are just standard safety equipment for shelters. All the shelters in all the sectors have them. Sorry, that was Cruz. Yes, all the shelters in all the sectors. But the infected sector is special. We've got more incinerators than probably any shelter in any city in Colombia, and we've been adding more in recent years. Funny, isn't it? The plate's itself an ancient hunk of junk, but we've got Colombia's most advanced incinerators.
Mr. Thunderstone, have you always lived in the infected sector?
Sure have! I was even born here.
Thunderstone! Thunderstone!
Where are you all running off to? My goodness, what do we have here? Chocolate graham crackers!
Wow! You can have one. Oh, thank you, but you can keep it. I'm not hungry.
Huh? What? Infected sector kids can't grasp that someone wouldn't be hungry. I was the same way when I was their age. I never once had a meal that filled me up. Sometimes, what got me through was dreaming of the day I'd get to eat well. Probably sounds unbelievable to you. Having a home to go back to, good food to eat. I envied the kids who knew that kind of joy. The infected sector was a mess back then. Erypathy was out of control. No meds, no food. Crime was rampant. Bloody fights broke out over spoiled, leftover food. People died for scraps. That was the infected sector I grew up in. I got used to life here, but I also got fed up with it. Using my fists, I made myself known, tearing through the entire sector. Nobody could stand in my way. I founded the Red Hand Gang, got the rowdy boys all organized. But the government refused to hear anything we have to say. All they cared about was having infected go into the mines to bring back those damn rocks. As far as they were concerned, giving the infected our own sector was already a magnanimous act of charity. But even knowing it was hell on Terra, I still wanted to change the place. It took years of effort, but the Red Hands established order in this lawless town. Eventually, we were even able to do business with Tikaranto's other sectors. Broken Ear is a greedy, unscrupulous little man, but he brought a lot of sorely needed goods to the infected. Mama John's food, toiletries, all sorts of stuff. We've still got hungry people, but life here has definitely gotten better. We get through a few more catastrophes, and once these kids grow up, they might be living even better. Boss. Huh? How many this time? 3. Let's go. Take me to them.
Wait, I'm coming too!
Thunderstone. They inhaled too much originium dust out there rescuing people, exacerbated their erypathy. The other 2 are already gone. It was too late to save them. Give him some juice. Alright. I don't need any meds. I'm about to kick it. Don't waste them. Save them for the guys who will actually make it. Boss. I think I did pretty good. I saved a whole lot of people up there. Back on the streets, I was a nasty little When you drafted me into the Red Hands, you told me I was gonna do good. And right now, I definitely feel like I've made a difference. So yeah, let's cash out here before I screw it up. I did good. Time to say goodbye. Remember me like this, as the kid who did good, and get me into that incinerator quick. Once I'm gone, you burn me right up. Don't want to go back to making trouble for people after I'm dead. Thunderstone. I'm heading out, boys! I'm free! You all get to keep on suffering! If you gotta blame something, blame the catastrophe! Screw catastrophes! Mr. Thunderstone, I founded the Red Hand Gang and edged out all the other powers, making these boys into my goons. We rose to the top to make sure everyone got fed, but up against a catastrophe, we're completely powerless. Do you copy? This is the Toronto PDHQ. Do you read me? Whoa! Is anyone there?
I copy! This is the infected sector. Police Cadet Fang here, requesting immediate aid. I repeat, the infected sector is requesting immediate aid.
The infected sector? Huh? Cadet Fang, you're alive?
Yes, the infected sector plate is clear of the catastrophe zone. We're in a calm for now. But the plate's mobility systems are damaged. We're stalled in... Where are we?
Sondheim Mine South.
Sondheim Mine South, requesting assistance!
What's the, casualty situation?
Well, we're not exactly in a position to tally up casualties or missing persons. But by the time the catastrophe hit, at least half the residents had already made it into the shelter inside the superstructure. Also, Cadets Beagle, Cruz, and myself are unharmed. We're currently assisting with repairs and awaiting rescue.
Who do you report to?
Captain Thomas at TPD 8 headquarters.
Thomas? Give me a sec. I need to report this up the chain.
Sounds like we're in luck.
I sure hope so. Officer Fang!
I'm here!
I made my report. Command is aware of your situation, and I put in your request for aid. But I regret to inform you. Toronto isn't in a position to offer any assistance to the infected sector right now.
What?
All sector plates have suffered damage and are currently undergoing repairs. We don't have the manpower of equipment to send help. And catastrophe monitoring data indicates that originium contamination in your present location is extremely high, so
I know the situation is dire all around, but the central heating system in this plate is damaged. Without aid, there's no way we'll make it through the cold snap.
Well, I mentioned the originium contamination. The area around Sondheim Mine is showing originium concentrations more than 100 times the usual. There's nothing we can do. What about the thousands of people here? You're just going to let them all die? Well, that there's so many of them is also a problem. Toronto's other sectors won't take them. They don't have the infrastructure to accommodate so many infected. What? Put them on the utility level, the mobility level! Just get them somewhere, anywhere to go! We're talking about thousands of lives! Infected lives. What's the difference? Well, as I understand it, the infected sector has a lot of undocumented. They might even make up the majority of the people there, meaning they're not officially recognized citizens of Toronto. Toronto government has no responsibility to provide them with aid or refuge. No responsibility? You've got to be joking! Have you forgotten your duty as a police officer? The police and the government must offer equal protection to all the people of Toronto! Because all men are created equal! And the infected here are the people of Toronto! All of us deserve equal protection, especially when facing a catastrophe! Don't tell me you forgot. Cadet Fang, let me be straight with you. Think about how many infected this is. How many undocumented. Get it? The higher-ups are hoping this catastrophe will wipe them all out. Why would we run a rescue op? I know you three are trying to find a way to save lives, and I certainly wouldn't want to see a fellow officer end up... Well, don't think that conversation's worth continuing. Let's go. Fang. Fang? Ugh! Hey, what are you doing? Fang? Alright, I get it. However, what if I told you the infected sector plate could restore mobility? Huh? What? What are you talking about? The infected plate is... It's still mobile? Yes. The power core is intact. While some parts have sustained light damage, the finest engineers on the plate are hard at work. As soon as they get some blockages cleared, the plate will move again. If that's the case, then... We can go to you. We can get clear of the contamination and meet up with you. We won't send any infected over. You just provide heating and some supplies. Tell us your location and we'll join up. Well... Hold on a minute. This isn't my decision to make. All I need are coordinates. A rendezvous point. Drop your speed and we can catch up to you. What do you say? Comparing to wiping out some infected, bringing back an entire plate is a much bigger accomplishment. And we might just dodge any further catastrophes getting it to you. Preferable to recovering the busted up ruins of a plate, right? If you're not interested, I'll have to call up City Hall and ask them for help. And I have no choice but to report how the police department decided to abandon a mobile plate. Wait, just a second. But, huh? Oh, sorry. Hold on a moment. Really? Cadet Fang, Officer Fang, just give me a moment. Do not hang up. I need to report this, then I'll send our coordinates right over. Fang, did you actually convince them? Fang? I'm sorry, Elba. I never imagined, I never thought the Toronto PD. This isn't what they should be. Officer Fang, come in, Fang. Fang here. Go ahead. Command has approved rendezvousing with you. We will be sending coordinates. Record them carefully. The Toronto Core City will near the rendezvous point in 3 hours and subsequently reduce speed. We will then maintain reduced speed for 2 hours, waiting for you to rendezvous. Acknowledged! Please send the precise coordinates!
Taylor mine. Got it. Oh! Originium rain! A second catastrophe! What? Please proceed! South Tracy River, 30 click radius, lower speed per session. Hold on to that. We need to move! Officer Fang, let me remind you that the core city will only wait for 2 hours. If you're not there by then, we'll increase speed and leave the area. I repeat, 2 hours, not a minute more. Also, back the way we came. We will only grant aid on the condition that you keep the plate intact. Shh. Run! The rain is too heavy. I never thought you'd actually convince them, Fang. You're one hell of a woman. We gotta go tell Thunderstone. Ah! The mobility system's back online. Damien did it!
All right. And that is our cliffhanger for the evening. That is our cliffhanger for today. The end? No, it's not the end. It's the Act 1, I guess. I guess that's Act 1, I suppose, and then Saturday we'll have Act 2. Oh, goodness. Alright. How about them Team A1, eh? Hey, I'm happy that, like, Team A1, at the beginning of my journey was, like, part of my main team for most of it. Like, there's other operators that I could have ended up, picking, but Team A1 actually ended up being, like, my main for the beginning. 3 full segments plus 2 shorts left. Okay, alright, noted. Wait, what do you mean 2 shorts? Do you mean just, like, I'm guessing, like, shorter epilogue? Okodayo is very memorable. Beagle didn't kill anyone, but despite that, it was a not bad manga. I mean, Beagle still showed her strength. Short chapters, not YouTube shorts. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's good. That is all good. All right. That wraps things up today. But I would like to remind you all, Thursday, upcoming Thursday stream, Thursday is the meme contest. That is your last day for submissions. 3 hours before stream, last day for submissions. If you have not yet joined our Discord, definitely consider joining our Discord. Thank you, Vessa, for promoting the Discord. I appreciate it. We will be, Discord. We have an Arknights channel. The meme submission contest entries are in a thread in the Starlight chat channel. If you are new to the Discord and you are a fan of Arknights, please keep in mind I am going through the story as naturally as possible. That means do not say anything past Act 1. Please do not say anything past Act 1. If you want to discuss anything past Act 1, we have threads that are called CN spoiler chat and global spoilers. Global spoilers is for things that I have not gotten to that you guys might want to discuss. If you're also into art, we have a lot of art in the Discord as well. And I'm also sort of developing some things with the community too, with the Stargazers, so we would be happy to have you. If you have not yet subscribed on YouTube or followed on Twitch, definitely consider doing that as well. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, Stargazers, for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world or the worlds beyond. And, well, all the best. And I will see you Thursday for the meme event. All right, take care.